Welcome to E92. We are currently in a tent because we're getting ready for our big trip to Alberta, and I think that we should camp. It's also a good time to get out of the house, especially if you have kids. So this has become our temporary extra playroom for the kids to play in, and we get to have a tent night tonight.
That's going to be exciting because we got to watch a movie before we go to sleep in here.
We get to watch a movie in the tent. So, being in this tent and getting all my camping gear ready has really made me excited for camping and canoeing and going out. So, I busted the canoe out, and I want to show you my canoe. And then I also got a boat. If you guys remember at youth group, when the Nest Lake people came, they just gave me a boat, so I got a boat as well. So I'll show you both those right now. All right, guys, this is it. This is the boat that I was given last year at youth group. Do you remember it? It's called the Queen Fisher. And I was at Nest Lake doing the out trip, and we all had these kind of hand-me-down boats. And this one, nobody wanted for some reason. And so we were all, there's like 4 or 5 of us paddling to where we were going to make camp. And my team obviously won the paddle race. And the team that came in last were in this boat. And they said, oh, it's because of the boat. Oh, the boat is terrible. The only reason we lost is because of the boat. So, on the way home, I insisted that we take the Queen Fisher back and that the other team get a head start. And we still won. That's right, because it has nothing to do with how ugly the boat is. And it is ugly. But I'm going to redo it. This is my project. I now have a boat. So this is my other boat. It's a canoe. So you know Jim Tuck. Oh, some of you guys know Jim Tuck. He's a local man in town, and he builds boats. And I saw his canoe, and I said, man, I love that canoe. I'd trade my car for that canoe. And he's like, well, why don't you just build one? And I thought, yeah, I don't have the time. I'm too busy. And then I got fired from my job, and I just found myself in abundance of time. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to build that boat. So Jim Tuck and I built this 18-foot canoe out of cedar strip. It took me about 300 hours. I even did the macrame for the seats and everything. And the boat's name is in the front of the boat. So, the name of the boat is Charis. Even though it looks like Zappy, it's actually Greek for Charis, which means grace. And I named it Grace because I made a boatload of mistakes, excuse my pun, a boatload of mistakes on this, making this thing, and by the grace of God, it still floats. That's why I called it Grace. Just like my life, I have made a lot of mistakes. I have messed up a lot, but by the grace of God, He still uses me. So that's the canoe that I built. And I can't wait to put it on that car. That wood panel car. Thank you, AJ, showing off his boats. Yeah, I built this tent. So guys, my what to do while in isolation is build a tent in your backyard and go camping in your backyard. It's a great thing to do while in isolation. What to do while in isolation. The great thing about the tent is if you're going crazy in your house because you have too many people or just too noisy, you could just get in the tent and it's quiet and it's nice and you're all by yourself. So, E92, what to do while in isolation? Making a tent. So, we are still planning our trip to Edmonton with the youth leaders. I'm starting to slow down in E92. I'm going to start doing videos every second day now, not every single day. And I'm still looking for ideas, so if you guys can think of ideas that you want to see us do, please leave it in the comments. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Have yourself a day.